James Baldwin's preoccupation with the blues and its artists who confronted their anguish over American life was integral to his broader existential philosophy. He believed that to create meaning and purpose in life, one had to accept that life is inherently about suffering. Confronting the causes of the suffering, such as birth, struggle, death, love, and other constants of life, was essential. This confrontation allowed individuals to escape the limiting definitions imposed by society, such as being labeled the N-word, an illegal, a junkie, a whore, a terrorist, queer, ghetto, or white trash. Baldwin contended that true living involved facing a sufferable life, unlike white America's preference for a fantasy life based on myths that avoided the overwhelming truth of American reality. This reality, Baldwin argued, included the tragic, unacknowledged consequences of white supremacy that left lighter-skinned individuals wishing to ignore their role in suppressing those with darker skin. Baldwin believed certain artists, including rap artists, through their suffering, gained foresight and clarity about these harsh realities. While anyone could arrive at this truth by embracing their anguish and learning from it, he argued that Black people, in particular, could achieve this enlightenment more readily. The oppression Black people faced forced them to accept suffering as a part of life, giving them the vitality to survive and find joy amidst disaster. We see this resilience often expressed through singing or rapping, while one laboriously worked on the job, at home, or in the fields. However, for Black people to fully escape the psychological constraints imposed by white supremacy, Baldwin believed they needed to accept their place in America as part of this great American experiment, who were entitled to more of it. They would need to abandon the notion that they were more African than American. This is not to suggest that they were more white than Black. Rather, they needed to recognize that their ancestors had strived to create a life for them in this troubled land, aiming for coexistence with people who clung to their whiteness.